Did the study reveal that some food contained higher levels of plastics than others?
What we saw is that hamburgers, cheeseburgers, burritos, chicken nuggets, those all had the highest level of phthalates, which kind of makes sense because they're coming into contact with a lot of packaging, whereas French fries and cheese pizzas had the least.
And we've been talking about these mysterious phthalates. Why do we need to be concerned? How can they affect our health?
What we've learned about phthalates are they're called these hormone disruptors. So they impact what's called your endocrine system. So they're perhaps affecting your fertility for both men and women. They're impacting your thyroid. That can impact how you regulate your temperature, make you more tired. They affect your cortisol levels, which can impact stress. So it's a real concern what these are doing to our bodies.
Why isn't the FDA more involved, and are they even involved at all now?
Yeah, and I'll tell you, as someone who's worked at FDA for quite a while, let's be honest, they are taxed with resources right now and have a lot of competing priorities. I just don't think this is on their radar screen, and it should be. And that's why it's important to have these type of studies. Part of the challenge is what's a safe amount to have? It should be very low, but they're still determining, how you make that connection. No one really would have thought of this, but the data have been pretty consistent for years.
Unfortunately, I think the FDA is a little overwhelmed at the moment. We talk about, well, why isn't the FDA, doing this? I think they're trying their best, but it's a daunting task with all the different things that we have out there. Are these particular chemicals like phthalates regulated?
They are regulated. The challenge is it's often not enforced. The Consumer Product Safety Commission said back in 2017, we shouldn't have phthalates in our toys because, at times kids can lick them and come into contact with them. And we're still trying to figure it out with our food. So sometimes at FDA and other regulators, they have different priorities. We need to make this a priority. And we're starting to see that happen at the state level. To be honest, California and Washington state are being a little more active in trying to regulate these chemicals that are in the packaging of fast food.
Dr. Whyte, thank you so much as always for your insight. We really appreciate you being here talking about these important issues.
Always good to spend time with you. Thank you.
Okay. I'm sure we'll see you soon.